Struggle, that is what we are known for. It is called making money, not carrying money.
A lizard in Nigeria cannot become a crocodile in America.
Oh. Afambo Ifoma Moso, and welcome to another episode of Chat with Me. Guys, today is amazing because you don't want to know the people I have here. Amazing young men, amazing gentlemen. So I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode.
I am Chimezie Oleka. By the grace of God, I am presiding as a pastor in Family Breakthrough Ministry. By training, I am a trained chartered accountant of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, and I have worked in the bank up to the position of an operation manager with First Bank Nigeria PLC. After my experience in the bank for 10 years, I deemed it fit to go into private practice. And so today, I am running an accounting firm, primarily on forensic audits, a firm based here in Enugu. So that is me, Brother Chimezie Oleka. I am pleased to be here.
Wow, amazing.
It's a pleasure having me. My name is Brojo Obudile. By the grace of God, I am the leader of the Excellent Men Family Breakthrough Ministry. Also, the chapter secretary in other places of men's leadership. I am a marketer by profession. Worked with a multinational company for 20 good years. I've worked also in the oil sector, and currently I'm a distributor, a renowned businessman. Thank you for having me today.
Amazing. The taste of the pudding is in the eating, so don't go nowhere. Remember to like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you have not, because I'm going to be bringing amazing episodes like this. From your introduction, you said you reached the level of an operational manager.
Yes,
I guess it's in the bank.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because these days, there is a time for training, a time for learning, but these younger ones don't understand this. What will be your advice to a young man that is just leaving school and got a job in the bank?
The first thing I did when I started working in the bank is to have a mindset that is progressive. What do I mean by that? I had to build an attitude of taking ownership. And this is where most employees, no matter the company you find yourself in struggle with, you need to take ownership of that office, that portfolio. Take ownership of the vision of the company where you see yourself. You find yourself struggling in building up skills, in growing on the job, in having a positive attitude. In that job you find yourself because you don't take ownership. You have that mindset of, I'm just here to work and earn salary. And it stunts us. You will not be able to develop and build soft skills. So when I started working in the bank, First Bank, by the grace of God, I took ownership.
Okay.
I began to see myself as pursuing the same goal that the MD of the bank is pursuing. So there is nothing like this thing cannot be done. It has to be done. So whatever skill that is required, whether soft skill or hard skill, you go for it. You always see a can-do possibility in any situation you find yourself on the job. You look beyond your desk.
Oh, I like this.
Once you have that mindset, you will grow in your profession beyond the promotion they give you. You will be able to build yourself and have a winning spirit, a can-do spirit. So, but if you limit yourself to just this by desk, what is happening in customer service customer service desk does not concern me. Marketers does not concern me. When you do that, you will have a stunted mindset and it will not be developmental. So you will find yourself not being able to grow up as a leader because you don't have that mindset. Because the thing is that a lizard in Nigeria cannot become a crocodile in America.
Oh.
So if at the point of you starting
you
your
remain
career,
a lizard.
you have the mindset of employee, of a lizard. You don't have a widening scope. You find yourself that you will not develop the required skill, even when you want to establish your own or assume management positions. Because when you take ownership, you will see that you'll be interested in every department in that office. So as I started in First Bank Nigeria branch, I was interested customer service, ATM management, front desk, cashier, marketers, because I wanted to know what is there. If it is your company, you want to know what is happening in every department. So this is how youths that are aspiring to grow in their career or in business or in leadership, first of all, take ownership. Once you take ownership of that place, the required skill will just naturally come to you because you're hungry for it.
Wow.
You won't struggle to learn anything new. You won't struggle with your colleagues because you will see them as partners. You won't see them as competitors. You will take ownership and know that whatever I'm doing here, I am building myself.
Yes, yes. When these young ones come out from school initially, they don't want to add up an extra knowledge to what they have. But from what you're saying, I understand that wherever you are, there is something to learn.
Sure.
There are skills to acquire, to improve yourself even in that position you found yourself, right? These are our youths of today. They want it fast. What do you have to tell them about grooming yourself, about taking time to learn? Everything has season.
Yeah, one thing I would say about to our youth is that nothing good comes easy. There is no free food, even in Freetown. When you start developing yourself with laziness, thinking that there is somewhere you will go and get it, who is the person that kept it there? You have to develop it and build it. Of course, if you want to have a mansion, you have to build a mansion. Or you struggle to make money to buy one. Struggle, that's what we are known for. We are known for, it is called making money, not carrying money. First, develop yourself in knowledge. Second, develop yourself in ability to make money. Third, develop yourself in ability to save the money, because wealth, a wealthy man is not just person that made money. A wealthy man is person that made money and is able to save the money. If you make 1 million naira today and you are not able to save 1,000 naira today, somebody that makes 200,000 naira and has been able to save 150,000 naira is better than you.
This mathematics.
Let me also add this. As a youth, whether you are coming from an academic angle or from this semi-skills like handwork vocations, as you're starting in life, whether it is business, you need to have a short-term plan and a long-term plan. When I started with First Bank, my short-term plan was to develop myself, and it was specific that I want to go and train myself, yield myself to ICANN examination to become a chartered accountant and get my master's degree. So you see that because I have a plan, the issue of savings, I don't have to struggle with it.
Yes.
Because what I will do with my money as it comes in,
You are focused.
it's already brought out, designed, mapped out. But it is difficult for a youth with all the yopi to be receiving money and be looking at that money in his account.
The next is
the struggle, the temptation to waste that money.
The next available, the next training car is what he will be.
Of course,
they don't even know car is not an investment.
Of course, but when you have a plan, when you have a plan, I have colleagues then that their plan in the first 5 years was to get a good land in Enugu State, and you see them working towards it, saving towards it. So you must have a short-term plan, you must have a long-term plan, and you must have an exit plan.
Good.
You will not remain on that job forever, especially in this time when job security is very slim in private sector. So you must have an exit plan. Instead of short-term plan, a short-term plan should be able to prepare you for your exit.
Wow.
So my short-term plan was to become a chartered accountant and get my master's degree. So after that, that short-term plan was now what helped me to exit the bank and enter into private practice. Some of my colleagues whose short-term plan was to enter into property, real estate management, you see them buying pockets of lands at that time in less developed areas. So when we earn salary, they save, they can buy land in one less developed village. By the time we have worked for 10 years, those lands have appreciated. They use those lands to enter into real estate business. So you must have a short-term plan and a long-term plan. If not, the issue of saving to where? When you have different issues demanding your attention, family responsibilities, you just started work, everything, you want to marry. So in that your marriage, whatever you're doing, are you building house? Are you marrying? Are you taking care of your family? Are you supporting your siblings in school? Let all of them be built inside your plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing,
that very well.
all of them must be built inside your plan. I was preparing for ICANN, writing ICANN exam, and I married.
Wow. So how were you able to save?
That is what I said, because I have a plan. So I had to restrict my expenses to carry this. But whatever I am doing, this my objective in the plan must not be allowed to suffer. So you must have a plan. Once you start a job, you start a business as a youth, you must have a plan, 5 years plan. Where do I want to be? What do I want to achieve? What do I want to be? And where do I want to see myself? If you just leave it to chances.
Another thing is that we are no more on the era of white collar job. If you can see now what's happening in our society, especially in Nigeria, the white collar job providers are no more there. So the youths, I encourage them to diversify themselves in knowledge, because I always tell people, it is the much you know, the much you know that makes you the wealthier you are. If I like, I'm a marketer now, if I go and stiff my neck, yes, and carry my certificates as a marketer and be looking out for a marketing job, it may not come. It may not come. But if as a marketer, yes, I've got a job, like brother said, yes, I have a job, and this job is paying me today. And on that job, there's something we were doing when I was in civil service. Like I told you, I worked with a multinational company, a Mercedes-Benz company. When work closes, we look out for another.
Immediately.
Yes. As we are closing from work now, this evening, we are already scanning for another job that will pay us, that will be paying us in hours.